Hello everybody, it's James, and on behalf of Neptic Fathers, I'm bringing you all another book review. Today I'm going to be talking about A Night in the Desert of the Holy Mountain by Metropolitan Hierotheos. And at the time that he wrote this, he was actually not a Metropolitan, but an Archimandrite. A Night in the Desert of the Holy Mountain by Metropolitan Hierotheos is basically recording conversations that Metropolitan Hierotheos had with an elder on Mount Athos. And I don't actually know if it's known who this elder actually was. So after his conversations with the elder, he would jot down his conversations so that he would not forget what the elder had said to him. And this book in Greece is a spiritual classic and has had over 9 editions with many printings in the original Greek. And it's also been translated into French, Spanish, Russian, and Arabic, as well as English. And the English translation has had multiple editions and printings. So I highly recommend this. This is a fantastic introduction, or even maybe more than an introduction, to the Jesus prayer and the Orthodox interior life. And it proceeds from one topic to the next, which is unlike the book here that I reviewed last time. So this is also a fantastic book here, The Art of Prayer. But one of the things that this is a commonplace book, basically. And it has a bunch of random quotes, where this one is kind of more systematic in its teaching on the spiritual life. And it's also a great primer on how to pray. So the book itself is 204 pages. And at the back, there's a glossary of 8 pages of important terms, which are good to know if you don't know about the different Orthodox terms. Currently, it can be purchased for about $26 brand new. And also that you can get it slightly cheaper used. I actually bought this one used, but it kind of came in worse condition than what I figured it would come in as. Because sometimes when you buy stuff new on Amazon, it'll have like razor blade cuts in it. So I was like, I might as well just buy it used. But this one actually kind of has a warp in the spine. But in this book, the elder discusses the Orthodox hesychastic life and how it differs with the New Age and also other philosophical and religious traditions. So you can find this on pages 45, 50, 51, and 52. He also discusses the soul and its 3 powers: the nous, the desire, which is the appetitive power, and the will, which is the intensive power. He also talks about concentration, attention, and watchfulness. So you can find this content on pages 58, 61 through pages 66, page 81 and 84. He also talks about the body during prayer, imagination, discernment, repentance, and keeping of the commandments. And the Jesus prayer is the main focus of the book. And he also talks about theosis and the uncreated light. So this cat here is making it hard to do my videos. This cat here, he just likes getting up on my lap. And he likes to fight too. He likes to, he's an ankle biter. He will attack your feet if you're trying to brush your teeth. If you're trying to put on socks, you gotta watch out, this little guy. You're getting yeeted. Sometimes you just gotta yeet cats. See this? See this? This is a cat spraying cannon! So I'd recommend this book to anybody that's coming from the New Age or from the charismatic movement. And I'd highly recommend it for anybody also wanting just a book that's a how to pray book, as opposed to a book that's like a prayer book itself. So I have the quotes from the elder here from page 81. Prayer is a struggle. It strengthens the fight of the Christian against the devil, but it is itself also a painful and bloody struggle. All our effort must be to concentrate our nous on the words of the Jesus prayer, which should make our nous deaf and mute to any thought, either good or bad, that the evil one brings us. We should not listen to the thoughts that come from outside or answer them. We need to despise them completely and not converse with them. Thus, we should seek in every way the complete muteness of our nous, because only with this action can we keep our souls in calmness, so that the Jesus prayer can act effectively. It is known that our thoughts progress from the nous into the heart and disturb it. The troubled nous also troubles the soul, just as the wind raises the waves in the sea. So the wind of thoughts raises waves in the soul. Attentiveness is necessary for prayer. That is why the fathers talk about prayer in combination with watchfulness. Watchfulness keeps the nous in a constant state of alertness and readiness, and prayer brings divine grace. I have some other quotes here from the elder on page 84. After the daily work, the mind is usually distracted with many things. That is why the fathers recommended that the practice of noetic prayer should be done, especially in the morning, for 1 or 2 hours before the sunrise. When the nous is refreshed and undistracted, and the body is rested, we reap many benefits then. So I highly recommend A Night in the Desert of the Holy Mountain by Metropolitan Hierotheos. I recommend it to anybody that's wanting a primer on the Orthodox interior life, kind of a manual on how to pray, and would like something that's fairly systematic and it's a quick read. This book I read a lot faster than The Art of Prayer because it's not nearly as long page-wise, and then also the font's a little bit bigger and the margin's a little bit bigger, so it's a really quick read. So this is James. Until next time. Cats in the kettle at the peaking moon.